Crucial moment. The lack of action to tackle hunger is threatening the amazing progress that we've made around the world. Imagine if 2/3 of all British children under 9 died this year from not having enough to eat. That's the case in the poorest countries. That's why we've launched this campaign. And here to help us, please welcome Olympic swimmer Mark Foster and Harry Potter star Bonnie Wright. Hello. Come up. Come this way. You got a microphone. Hello, Mark. Hello, Bonnie.
How you doing?
Come on up. Good, thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Hello. Well, I'm going to stand to the side, but question, Mark. You know, before, in the run-up to the Olympics, there was a bit of scepticism about. People were wondering whether we would get into the spirit of it, whether we'd all join in and see it through, whether, you know, London would grind to a halt. Do you think that the legacy of the Olympics has changed something in people's attitude? Has it changed us?
Yeah, no, I truly believe. I think that we saw in the summer, it's when the British people decide something is worth doing, they don't do it by halves. From our athletes to the games makers, to the BBC, to the audiences, everyone made a huge, huge difference. We really threw our heart and soul into the games because we wanted the world to see the best of us. And I've never been so proud to be British. I think the Enough Food for Everyone IF campaign has the potential to make me feel the same way. I can see the game makers in the audience. Well, I could see the game makers in the audience if these lights weren't so bright. So I know the games makers in the audience are out there. Thank you. People across the UK care about helping the poorest people. It's in our nature. We're not just a stand on the sidelines kind of country, we're a get stuck in kind of country. And we've already shown that this matters to us, because your pressure has pushed the Prime Minister into holding a hunger summit as part of the Games and making an end to hunger part of a vision for the Olympic legacy. So we know that when we shout, the politicians have to listen. And I think that we can do that again. The G8 comes to the UK, we can show the rest of the world that 2 million children dying of malnutrition every year isn't acceptable. And we simply won't let it happen on our watch.
Thank you, Mark. Bonnie. Now listen, you know a lot about this issue. I'm going to come around this side. You know a lot about this issue because you travelled to Senegal as part of the campaign into an area where half the children are malnourished, is that right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, is it important that the IF campaign reaches out to young people as well, to the people who might have seen you in Harry Potter and be absolutely obsessed with you, and who might be watching you right now going, oh my God, I will literally do whatever Bonnie tells me to?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think, you know, for my generation, it's hard because we haven't, like Bill and I was talking about earlier, we haven't lived through civil rights or anti-apartheid. We don't have necessarily such strong heroes like Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King, but I think for all of us, we're avid social network goers, we're always online, and I think the power that we have in our hands to utilize the internet is huge. And I think slowly we are really becoming a generation that's looking at the we and how we together can change something. And I think, you know, we need to create an amazing new world without hunger for the next generation.
Absolutely. Now, as you know, 2013 is a big year. The G8 is coming here. If you had the Prime Minister's ear for a few minutes, perhaps, let's say you were stuck in the lift with him.
Yeah.
What would you tell him to do, apart from obviously get the Harry Potter box set and look out for any forthcoming releases of yours?
I think I would, you know, share my experience of going to Senegal and travelling to these remote sort of regions, and the families that I met who, you know, are living on one meal a day, and children that are growing up not at all healthy because of the, you know, malnutrition from when they're younger. And I think just the fact that it is amazing that we're here talking about these issues, but in a way we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't still be talking about hunger, and this shouldn't be something that we're talking about in 2013. So I think we all need to really shout and campaign and make sure this becomes part of our history, not our now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Mark. Good luck in the lift. Thanks, guys. So I think we can see that the Enough Food for Everyone If campaign is already getting the support of some really fantastic people. But we've a few more surprise supporters for you tonight. The composer David Arnold, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, David Arnold. He spent the day working for us, and quite a long time before it. He's produced music